But, you know, there's a lot of meds that shouldn't be given, like blood pressure lowering meds, because the anesthesia is gonna lower blood pressure too. Last oral intake, you know, in a perfect world where the surgery was scheduled, the person would be nothing by mouth after midnight. So they have like at least, you know, 6 to 8 hours of not, of no food. And why don't you want somebody to eat for that long before surgery?
I want them to aspirate.
Aspiration is the big thing, yep. So last oral intake, so emergent surgeries and whatnot, that's gonna be different, you know, you're not gonna know, and like, you know, C-sections, you know, did they eat beforehand? Alcohol, smoking, and drug use. Alcohol slows everything down and weakens the immune system, especially if somebody's, you know, chronic drinker. Smoking with the nicotine and the constriction of blood vessels is going to screw up the blood flow and therefore increase risk of complications because the blood flows off with being a smoker.
Yeah, our plastics won't do any surgeries unless they're a non-smoker for 30 days. 30 days. They do
Because they're usually
blood
allowed
gas.
plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good practice to follow.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean that's they're
Because,
artists.
you know, when you have like infections, going to be
Just it doesn't heal as good, and the end product isn't as good.
right, and they want their
Plastics to look
to
good.
look good,
Yeah.
and so people go to them.
I think it's not just plastics. My uncle just had a consultation for a knee replacement, and they told him he has to be nicotine free, like not even patches or gum, but completely nicotine free for 6 months before they'll do a knee replacement.
Mm.
I was like, okay, I guess you're not getting your knee done, because I'm getting another one.
It's not getting me done then, I guess, not by that doctor.
Yeah.
Is he in a lot of pain? Oh, but it is a lot of pain. I'd rather that for. How about that? Special considerations with when a patient, for both pre-surgical assessments and like admission assessments, it's important to ask the patient if there is any abuse going on at home. And that question should be asked without anybody else in the room. The nurse in the ER at St. Mary's asked when my husband was in the room. I actually said something to her. I said, my husband's right there. Did you want to ask that? Do you want him to leave? No, he's all right. Okay. Thanks. There's so many things. I should have I did write a couple things down, like my notes in my phone. But I slept so much that I was just like down for the count. So I like slept so much. So I probably missed a lot of things too. The nurse's aide talking about how much it sucks to work there. Like it's just crazy stuff. You know, stuff you know that shouldn't happen, it's just happening. I think that I thought maybe I'm on Candid Camera. I thought maybe I'm like on one of those punk shows or something. Like they're really trying to get me.
So, I mean, I get why, I get that you would want to know that from a patient, but why does that have anything to do with surgery? Is that because of stress?
Very good. For the stress, you're always looking at the discharge, like, you know, what are we discharging them home to? So if there was a problem, we'd have to get the ball rolling with a social worker to maybe have placement somewhere else besides their residence.
It's a liability too, because if you return them to a violent environment, why did you, you know?
Yeah, and a lot of times, it would be a liability, but the problem, most people don't tell you the truth. Like, everything's fine, you know, everything's fine. Oh no, I don't have any problems, you know, and.
Like you document, like patient states no abuse?
Yeah, I document, I put quotes around the statement, patient states no use. And that's all you can do, you can't keep crying, there's not enough time in the world to try to drag something out of people. So advanced directives, this act of 1991 defines a patient's wishes if deemed incompetent to express their wishes in a medical emergency. So it's, what you would want done in case of an emergency if you ever can't speak for yourself. Oftentimes, patients or people will appoint a power of attorney or a medical power of attorney, spouse, oldest kid or whatever, to speak for them in case they ever can't speak for themselves. Or they can actually have things written out in a living will. You know, I want this, I don't want that. And it can be very explicit of what they do and don't want. Do not intubate or do not resuscitate are orders that are on the chart. The whole do not resuscitate and do not intubate, people that have been chronically ill, that have been resuscitated before, have been intubated in the past, might want to do not intubate or DNR, because they just have enough. You know, they've had a couple heart attacks, they've had a couple heart surgeries, they've had COPD forever, they've been resuscitated a couple times with exacerbations, whatever the case may be. So a lot of times they'll finally say, you know, okay, this is a major surgery coming up, I don't want to be ventilated. You have a question?
I was just saying that they do not intubate. We have it in our literature too. And I asked the anesthesiologist, I'm like, what if they don't want to be intubated? You got to intubate them to put them to sleep.
Okay.
I mean, you have to. I mean, unless you're getting twilight, but
It's like regional or local anesthetic. Yeah, most moderate to major surgeries are going to be.
so no one could answer that question for me. But
It's.
I can see do not ventilate.
It's not taking the tube out timely enough,
Gotcha.
is what I'm guessing. Because the longer the tube's in, the harder somebody is to come off it, especially if they have chronic things going on, especially for old. Allow patient to express their desire related to organ donation and end-of-life issues. You know, organ donation is on your driver's license in Pennsylvania, I guess across the country, I would think. Anybody know that for a fact? I don't know.
Hold on.
And end-of-life issues. Across the country, there's organ donation. Ever seen it? My aunt was in the hospital. She had abdominal aortic aneurysm at first. She was eating pretzels, watching a movie with her husband up in the Poconos, which was problem number one, because there's no hospitals near her house. It took them 40 minutes to get to her house, and then another 40 minutes to the hospital, bonkers. So she didn't survive. So she was brain dead, I think, when she got to the hospital. And gift of life was like being annoying in my eyes. And I told my uncle, she was my aunt, but he was her husband, so he's my uncle, I guess. I said, look, you can tell them, you can kibosh that, even though she's an organ donor, you can tell them to get the hell out if you want. I said, oh no, she wanted to be an organ donor. She was a nurse too, back in the day. So that was all well and good, but I just thought they were being very pushy, you know? Because she was on a ventilator, like he had to take her off, and I didn't know if he was quite ready yet. He was there longer than we came from Philly up to Gardner, whatever. And they were just so backwoodsy up there.
No, but they get pushy even out here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, my grandmother, she had a brain aneurysm. They would, like, my grandfather was like, shocked. They would not leave me alone, and I like had to step in and say, hey, listen, like, you gotta get out of here, because as much as I'm for this, you're harassing him.
Right, and that's how I thought of how it was. Because it was sudden, she wasn't sick. I mean,
Right.
she's been sick, but this was a new thing, of
Right.
course, you know. Crazy, you know, I just thought they were very pushy and that he wasn't ready for that. But he's like, oh no, she wanted organ donation, we talked about it before, I'm like, okay. And her eyes helped somebody, like her skin tissue, like she helped like 5 different people with her organ donation, so. So you can, you know, either tell your power of attorney or have that written in your living will, advance directive, your end-of-life issues of what you want, what you don't want. Do you want a feeding tube? You know, that's often something that comes into play. And the answer is usually no. You know, people guys need a break? We started a little late, but do you want a break right now?
Yeah.
All right, break, and then we'll finish this.